This is the Breitling Superocean Automatic 42, and I'm sure I don't need to address the elephant that's with us in the room right now, right? But I think we should still talk about it. Okay, let's first start out with the hard facts so we know exactly what we're dealing with here and who is this made to fit for. So, as I said, this is a 42mm diameter watch. It's got a full steel case and it has a rubber strap attached with a folding clasp. Beating inside is the Breitling 17 caliber. It is based off an ETA 2824.2, which is also found in Hamilton watches, for example. It has a 30 bar water resistance, so you've got 300 meter on this one. It is a chronometer, but it is not certified. It has a 47.6 lug to lug, so that lets you know that this is rather compact. It has a recessed black dial with a minute scale on the inside in white, and though, like I said, the 42mm, that sound rather large, it is only 1.6mm longer in terms of a lug to lug than, you know, a Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36, for example. So it is surprisingly compact for such a large diameter, and the rubber strap really helps with the comfort, especially for smaller wrists. So this is wearable for anyone from, let's say, 160mm wrist circumference and upwards. Next, I want to talk to you about the movement, because I said the Breitling caliber 17 is based off of an ETA 2824.2. It is a very popular movement that even Tudor used to use. It's also in some Hamilton watches. Oris used that ETA movement, Tag Heuer, and so many more. It has been in production since 1982 and is perhaps one of the most well-known and recognized movements in the industry. And the 2 at the end indicates that this is the second generation of the movement, so there has been a development made. It is a chronometer grade movement, so technically it has COSC specs, but you know, it is not certified. It does have an Inca block anti-shock device. It's got a Glycidor balance wheel and an Anachron hairspring. And you know, they recommend a 5-year service interval for this one. So yes, I know a lot of people are asking, is this a good thing that there's an ETA built inside, or is this like a little bit of a dodgy thing by Breitling? But this movement is absolutely fine and super well trusted. Lots of brands do this, so no worries about the movement at all. Okay, but now let's continue with the elephant in the room that I've started to mention in the beginning. What is up with those hands on this watch? Well, first let me do a quick little throwback, because the first Superocean watches, they were released in 1957 when the nautical hobbies were like all the rage and taking off in the 50s. And you know, Breitling was well known for their pilots watches, but they were like, hey, you know what, people are trying to get into that kind of sport now. We're going to release a watch that is perfect for those people. So they released 2 types of the new dive watches from Breitling. One had a chronograph and the other one didn't, so that was just a simple 3-hand layout, and they kept developing light throughout the year. And on a cool side note, the Superocean lettering that you can see down at the bottom, that is the same until today. So they started out with this lettering, they kept it, which I think is really cool. Even back then, as you can see, they used to design these hands and hour markers comparatively, well, let's say chunky. Then in 1965, the Superocean Slow Motion introduced this like big rectangle on the second hands, as you can see here. And from then on, it seemed that Breitling really experimented with bigger features. For example, in 1983, so in the 80s, the Superocean Deep Sea, that's what it was called, had a massive minute hand, as you can see on this image right here, that looked so big. And so this current Superocean variant we have right here seems to have combined certain features and put them together, so we end up with this massive square on the minute hand and rather chunky stick hour marker. Okay, now that we know what this watch is all about, the hard facts, what it is made of, what's beating inside, and how we ended up with a design like this, I know you are asking, what's the price on this? Is it worth it? And does it hold value in any way? So the retail price in the US is about $5,200. That's €5,100 here in Germany. And on Chrono24, they go for an average of about like 3,500. So I only recommend buying these pre-owned if you really don't want to burn any money with this. I mean, if you want to splurge, go for it. But if you want to be on the safe side, I would say definitely go and look for the pre-owned models. Therefore, availability should not be a big problem either, since, you know, this is below retail. So does it hold value? Well, only if you buy it pre-owned, but otherwise I would say no. Is it worth the price? That's a question I'm having a very hard time answering, especially when it comes to luxury watches, because technically nothing is really worth that price. But I would say if you go for the pre-owned prices, I'd say this is totally fine considering the movement, the finishing, the fit, and the overall package that you get. And here we have it, the four most important things you need to know about the Breitling Superocean 42 Automatic, and the ever-burning answer to the question, what the heck is up with those minute hands? Now you know exactly whether or not this one is for you and if it is going to be added to your collection this summer or not. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more related watch content, I recommend this video right here, and to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Bye!